Maybe Mr. Bean, would you grab a couple of chairs for them if you don't mind? Thank you. I'd hate for them not to stand. Hi. Hi. Ma'am. Good evening. Welcome. 7 o'clock. So shall it be. It's time to start. Mr. Keck will be here just momentarily, but we're not going to wait. We're going to move on. And so, Ms. Eaton, could you take the roll quickly?
Alderman Garver,
Aye.
Alderman Kreitz,
Aye.
Alderman Keck,
Delay.
Alderman Rozowski,
Aye.
We have a quorum. If you're visiting with us tonight, if you have a chance before you leave, we would kindly ask for you to sign in just so we could have a record of your attendance. That would be very nice of you. Good to see a crowd. You would stand with me while we do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any ordinances on tonight?
yes,
There are. Are there copies on the table?
probably.
Okay.
No, there is. Tracy. Yes.
All right. There will be ordinances on tonight's agenda. If anyone would like to see a copy of those ordinances, we have them available at the sign-in desk. As we review the agenda, are there any additions or deletions to tonight's agenda?
No, sir.
Hearing none, and entertain a motion to approve the agenda as it's been presented.
Motion to approve the agenda?
Alderwoman Kreitz motions,
Second.
second by Alderman Roskowski. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
3 ayes. Mr. Keck is absent. The ayes carry. Next up are meeting minutes from our January 14th, 2021 regular board meeting. Anyone noted any questions or changes to the board meeting minutes as presented? Hearing no recommended changes, I entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from January 14th, 2021 as they've been presented.
Make a motion.
Alderman Roskowski motions. Second by Alderwoman Garver. Any final discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And opposed? 3 ayes, 1 absent. Ayes carry. Next up is a review of the bills for last month. Are there any questions concerning bills and invoices paid? Hang in with us, guys. This is the fun part of the meeting. It's real exciting. So in there just a minute. Question? As for purchase of properties on the east side, we approved an ordinance last month.
We have 2 meridians just because of the way the bill cycle fell. Okay.
It looks like one was December maybe and one was January.
Okay.
And it sounds like Mr. Keck is here. Okay. Next up are financials. Financials are effective last day of January 2021. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the financials ending and effective January 31st, 2021 as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve those.
Alderwoman Kreitz motions,
A second.
and a second by Alderwoman Garver. Any final discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 3 ayes, 1 absence. Ayes carry. There's no one for public comment. Next up is old business. Okay. Thank you. First up in old business is the Winfield Plaza subdivision plat. It's got a lead of me on here, but I think I'm going to let Ms. Sitten speak to that.
I'm gonna address them as, planning and zoning report, but we had an application for a subdivision plat to review planning and zoning last month for the piece of property here adjacent to City Hall and to divide that so that it's part of City Hall. We reviewed the plans, we reviewed the application, and we unanimously agreed to approve it.
Presence at 7:05. Thank you. So this is a final approval of subdivision plat for piece of property on Winfield Plaza next door. The plat was approved by Planning and Zoning, and they are requesting final review final approval by the Board of Aldermen. Questions pertaining to that?
No.
Nope. Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the subdivision plat.
I'll make a motion to approve the subdivision plat.
Alderwoman Garver motions for final approval.
Second.
Second by Alderman Raskowski. Any final discussion? Mr. Enns, was a Mylar delivered this week? Yet, the Mylar, for that subdivision plat? No, okay. It's coming. They're going to deliver it. We need a roll call vote on the subdivision plat.
Alderman Garver,
Aye.
Alderman Kreitz,
Aye.
Alderman Peck, Alderman Rozowski.
Aye.
One second. The next line item is the approval of an appointment to police chief. I would ask that the board, just for one moment, if everyone could hang tight, the board would motion to close, and we will exit the room for just a moment, have a discussion, and we'll return. Entertain a motion under 610-021 for us to close.
Make a motion.
Alderman Raskowski motions.
Second.
Second by Alderwoman Garver. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Kreitz,
Aye.
Alderman Peck,
Aye.
Alderman Rozowski,
Aye.
and Alderman Garver.
Aye.
Under 610-021 RSMO, close meetings and records, except to the extent disclosures otherwise required by law, a public government body is authorized to close meetings, records, and votes to the extent which they relate to paragraph 3, the hiring, firing, disciplining, or promoting of particular employees. Thank you. We will be right back in about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll do it when, yeah, we'll do it right now.
All right.
Hang tight.
Sneaked in.
We typically save closed matters for last, but we wanted to make sure that this was done here early on. And so thanks for your patience there. Could I get a motion to reopen our business meeting?
Make a motion.
Mr. Wiskowski,
Second.
second by Ms. Garver. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Ayes, carry. This is a moment where I get to appoint our new chief of police. Could Chief Brian Weidman, front and center, sir. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, no, you go. I just want to say congratulations. The board has voted.
Again. I, Robert Brian Whiteman. Have been duly appointed as police police officer to the state of Missouri. Do solemnly swear that I will obey, defend, and enforce the Constitution and the laws of the United States, the state of Missouri, and the ordinances of the city of Winfield. That I will obey the lawful orders of my superior officers and the regulations of the Winfield Police Department. That I will faithfully discharge my duties and responsibilities as a citizen of the United States. That I will protect the rights, lives, and property of all citizens and uphold the honor of the law enforcement profession to the fullest extent of my abilities. So help me God.
Tracy, are you giving the water report tonight? You are up. Thanks, Chief.
Does the red light mean it's on? Does this mean it's on? Okay, so the service sold is 53,644.23. We received payments of 52,172.96. In late fees, we received 1,235.37. Reconnects, $210. No NSF fees. Sewer connection fees, $6.42. Water primacy fees, $7.44. And then we had one commercial meter deposit, and that was for Mike Walla at 161 and 181 East Avenue. We had no residential meter deposits and no street light repairs.
Thank you, ma'am, for that report.
You're welcome.
It was brought to my attention that I did miss item 3C, which is a timeframe for Chastain's business matter. The attorney has not completed his statement of facts, and so that needs to be pushed to next month. I'd entertain a motion to table this line item until next month.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Alderwoman Kreitz.
I'll second.
By Alderwoman Garver. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Sorry for missing that. That is on the table. Next up is the Police Department Monthly Report. Chief, you are up.
Thank you, sir. For the February board report, I have to report that SRO Bean was sworn in as a Lincoln County Deputy Sheriff. This will allow him to investigate school-related incidents that go outside of our jurisdiction. He will coordinate with Lieutenant Tippett from the Sheriff's Office whenever he does need to go out of our jurisdiction. All of our radar and LiDAR units have received annual certification. Sergeant Lancy is currently enrolled in first line supervision and also police employment background investigation classes to allow him to be able to function as a background investigator for us. We had an auditor come in for the insurance company who did an audit of our police department in regards to policies and practices, as well as the facilities and evidence security and things like that, who's going to be forwarding a report to us on what recommendations they have just for risk management. Working on the MODOC grants for fiscal year 2022, which will be due in March. Sergeant Lancy is currently working on obtaining grant funding for new body cameras. He's also obtained grant funding for new body armor for our full-time officers, which will save us from having to purchase that with city funds. I'm currently enrolled in type 2 training course for our breath instrument, which will allow me to train and certify our officers on the breath instrument downstairs. And 2 cars had radio service that had some police radio issues. That was taken care of. That's all I have for this month.
Thanks, Chief. Mr. Enns, Public Works report?
I don't have much of anything except we've been fighting the snow this last couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
And as far as the inspections go, I attached the last year's numbers and permit types. And then our subcontract inspector that covered for me while I was out, he did 13 inspections and 3 plan reviews. So kept him busy too. That's all I have.
Gonna have plenty of salt, right?
Excuse me?
Gonna have plenty of salt, right?
We have plenty of salt. Made an order Monday and an order today.
There we go. Ms. Sitton, Planning and Zoning? Mike.
As I reported earlier, Planning and Zoning made the recommendation to move forward with the plat review and the final plat for the subdivision for the land next to City Hall. We also decided we split up when we're redoing our zoning map. So we divided out different parts of the town, and each commissioner is going to take a different section and go around and look at that section and see what is actually on that section now, if there's a home there or if it is vacant. In the residential areas, it'll be zoned as residential. If there's currently a mobile home on it, it will be zoned as mobile home. And then we will bring that back to our February meeting, review it before we go to another public hearing, hopefully in March, to have that final map rolled out. That was it for February.
I'm just, so your February meeting done, right?
Mhm.
Okay, because you mentioned that we'll bring it back to our February.
Oh, sorry, we'll bring it to
Yeah.
March. Yeah, no, we had February.
We almost always meet before the board, Planning and Zoning. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Sitton. And now we're at that point. So tonight I'm tendering my resignation, and this is part of the meeting where I'm going to do that. And friends that came, thanks. That's great. I got a few things that I'm going to do just before I do the epic mic drop and walk out the back door. I promise I won't do that, but there's a few things I do want to take care of, some unfinished business. And the first one of those is a proclamation. Probably gonna have you read that, okay, when it comes time. Journalism is important, and the news is incredibly important if you're a city official and there's an emergency. Sure, Chief Lee got to experience that during the flood as well. And when things go down and things are difficult in our communities, like the 2019 flood, being able to depend upon news agencies to accurately report what you ask them and to not sensationalize the story for the sake of ratings is incredibly important. And it's not often that you find journalists that are true journalists and really care about the information that they put out. It's not often that you find someone from the media that will stay with you and your community even after that. Most of the time they will come in and they'll cover the story, and as soon as the story is over, it's as though your community is over as far as they're concerned. But in my 6 years here, I ran into one journalist in 2019 specifically around June 3rd, I believe. And she did not display that kind of behavior. And so I felt that the importance of it was so big that I wanted to make sure that she was recognized for that. And it was, I couldn't tell you who it was, but someone within her agency at one point, and this goes back a little ways, said, man, it's almost like she should be a citizen in Winfield. And I've thought about that since the day. And so tonight we're going to do everything that I can, as much as I can, to make her a citizen of Winfield. And so I'm going to ask Justina Cornell to come forward and to join me here in front of the podium. And I'm going to have our city clerk read a proclamation.
Wait, do I get a Sunday Fun Day gift card or?
Okay. City of Winfield, Missouri proclamation that Justina Cornell be recognized as an honorary citizen of the city of Winfield. Whereas Justina Cornell is a local reporter for KSDK who covers the city of Winfield. And whereas Ms. Cornell began reporting the flooding in the city of Winfield in June of 2019 following the levee failure, and such flooding posed a significant risk to the safety and welfare of the citizens of Winfield and their property. And whereas while reporting on the flooding, Ms. Cornell allowed the city to get out to the public crucially important information during a time of disaster. And whereas even after the flood subsided, Ms. Cornell continued to return to the city to report of the challenges faced by the city, which allowed the city to publicize cleanup and assistance events that were being coordinated by churches in the Winfield community. And whereas Ms. Cornell displayed the highest level of journalistic integrity in reporting on the floods in a fair and accurate manner, avoiding unnecessary sensationalism that allowed the city to communicate with the community and solicit much needed assistance. And whereas the city wishes to recognize Ms. Cornell both for her journalistic integrity and for her assistance with helping the city survive and recover during the 2019 floods. And now, therefore, I, Ryan H. Ruckle Sr., Mayor, while unable to confer the privileges of citizenship, do hereby proclaim that Justina Cornell be declared an honorary citizen of the city of Winfield in recognition of her services to the city described herein. In witness hereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the city of the Winfield, Lincoln County, Missouri, to be affixed this 11th day of February, 2021. Signed, Ryan H. Sr., Mayor of the city of Winfield.
Thank you so much.
Ryan?
Thank you so much. Hold it together. Can't do this in front of my new hometown. What's the point of smiling?
Yeah, right.
Thank you so much.
It was so
Appreciate it.
awesome.
Oh my God, you're the best.
You're amazing. You're
Thank
excellent.
you.
Thank you for your
Appreciate
time. Yes, absolutely.
No, she was up on the bridge and we got her to you.
You need to go talk to him.
I've made no attempt to hide my affiliation with Redemption Road Church or my faith. And there are times that people need grace. There are times where people just get themselves in over their head and just have no idea how to get out or whatever that may be. And what grace really looks like is it's a picture of someone not receiving the justice that was coming to them or that should have been given to them. And one of the powers that I'm given under state statute is the ability to pardon. And so for the first and only time tonight, I'm going to pardon someone. And City of Winfield, Missouri, mayoral pardon of Willie Zollicoffer. I do not know Willie. I've never met him. And whereas pursuant to section 79-220 RSMO of the revised statutes of Missouri. In my capacity as the mayor of Winfield, Missouri, I have the power to remit fines and grant pardons for charge violations of the city's municipal code of ordinances. And whereas pursuant to the aforesaid statutory power, I hereby pardon Willie Zollicoffer from all pending charges against him of violations of the city's municipal code of ordinances. And whereas it's my sincere hope that Mr. Zollicoffer will use this pardon as an opportunity to obtain all necessary compliance to avoid future violations. And now, therefore, I, Ryan H. Ruckel, Senior Mayor, do hereby pardon Willie Zollicoffer from all pending charges, violations of the city's municipal code of ordinances, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Winfield, Lincoln County, Missouri, to be affixed this 11th day of February, 2021. Please let Mr. Zollicoffer know. I hope I said his name right.
You did.
Okay. That's it, right? I want you to read my, or I'm gonna read, where's my, here it is. This is my last one. Dear Winfield Board of Aldermen, dated February 11th, 2021, pursuant to the requirements of section 79.080 RSMO, I tender resignation from the office or from my office as the elected mayor of the city of Winfield, Missouri, effective immediately. My family and I are nearing the completion of our new home and will be moving outside the corporate limits of Winfield. And while we're excited to embark on this next chapter of our lives, I will miss the day-to-day interactions with my staff and elected officials. It's been a pleasure to serve, excuse me, the great citizens of the city of Winfield over the last 6 years. I'm truly honored to have had an opportunity like this. Although we're leaving city limits, we look forward to continuing to call Winfield our home. I wish the very best to each and every one of you. That's it, folks. I'm done.
All right, so this on? Yeah, so Ryan thought he was done. Not so close. So if you would, Tracy. Do this for me. Let me do this. So Ryan, this is your oath of office. You have served from 2015 to 2021. And we're trying to decide what to put on your plaque. Well, in true City Hall fashion, we put Ryan H. Ruckel, the man, the myth, the mayor. Hold on. So as I set that down, we also wanted to give you something else. And with that is an hourglass. So I was city clerk before Ryan got here, and it was a different world. Ryan came in and he moved mountains in Winfield. He mentored all of us, not just professionally, but also spiritually. And he's a man that I enjoy calling my friend. But I also know it's his assistant, his clerk, that nobody quite understands the commitment and dedication that a mayor has to have to support a community and to move it forward and to grow it and do it with controlled growth. However, being his assistant and his clerk, I know the late night hours that he spent. I know the time away from his family. I know the time away from church at times, and the time away from his friends that he has given to this city. And it is second to none. I thought I was a workaholic until I met Ryan. Not even close. When it come to this community, Ryan sacrificed time. And of all things in time, all things in life that we can't get back once gone, that is time. So you are leaving a piece of yourself here with every single one of us and every single resident in the city of Winfield.
Thank you.
We wish you the best and God bless you, Ryan.
Thank you so much. And thanks all, everybody. Thank you all for coming and for supporting me 6 years. And again, I'm done. I'm out. Enjoy it. Thank you. Chief Lee. Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
it. It's been great
Love
working
working
with
with you, buddy.
you. Been
It's
good.
yours. I'll grab this. Can somebody grab that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you go to your seat? Make a motion or request a motion to take a 10-minute break.
Okay. Can I get a motion to take a quick 10-minute break and then we'll resume and get down to business?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
She,
Motion by Bobby and seconded by Dawn.
Rosowski.
Escus.
Alderman Rosowski.
Alderman Rozowski.
Aye.
Alderman Keck.
Aye.
Alderman Garver.
Aye.
10-minute
Okay.
break.
All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. Hang tight.
10-minute.
Only for 2 months.
We'll be right back. 10 minutes. I couldn't hear anything.
Bobby motioned, Dawn seconded. Yeah. Hey Denise, how you doing? Yeah. Oh. I don't know. Where's it at?
How are you? Oh, I'm doing well.
Where?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, are we good?
We're good.
Okay, so just a quick explanation. So as board president until April 6th, when Dawn takes over, I'll be sitting doing this. So if there's any questions or confusion, that's why we're here. Right? Okay. So the next thing on the agenda is the fireworks event.
We need a
That would be our
motion.
Celebrate Independence Festival.
We need a motion to come back in from
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so entertain a motion to come back from recess break.
make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you, guys. Sorry. Okay, so now on to the fireworks event. So we want to kind of look ahead. Last year, we didn't really get to plan any events because of COVID and everything, and we're hoping that we will be able to this year. Some projected dates that I've looked at was September 11th, September 18th, or October 2nd. In the past, we've also done it in June, a little bit before 4th of July. That way we don't have to compete against other cities with their events. But just kind of wanted to open up the discussion to see if you guys want to do the event this year. We definitely have it in the budget because we didn't use anything last year. And if so, what dates do you think you might be interested in? Bye, Ryan. Obviously, the closer we get to October, obviously it's a little bit cooler. But I kind of want to, I kind of hope to keep it spread out because we do the Light Up Winfield that first Saturday of December. So I kind of want to keep events away from being back to back. So that's why I like September. Say something.
Is it it too hot in
It's
August? Is
hot,
that what you're
yeah.
trying to avoid?
Yeah, trying to avoid,
What about the first weekend in October? The very first weekend in
yeah,
October.
that'd be October 2nd.
That way it's not too close. We still got a couple months
Okay.
before we hit the other one. Well, that's what I'm kind of hoping is that we don't have too much rain yet in October. You know, like in the beginning of October, it's not too bad, but you're right. Once we start to get towards the end, like closer to October, we really start to rain quite a bit at that
Or
point.
you-
in time. The second weekend in September?
Yeah, that'd be September 11th.
Okay.
We always had our family reunion.
And it was always usually pretty good?
Yeah, we never had a really bad.
We can shoot for that.
I prefer September. I don't want to push it all the way to October, but that, I mean, my preference is either September 11th or September 18th. So
The 18th.
you want to do the 18th?
I'll make a motion to do the fireworks on September 18th.
I'll second.
Yes, we could do with October 2nd as the contingency date.
Yeah.
Okay.
sure. Yeah, that'll work. Make a motion for the October 2nd to be the secondary date if it doesn't, if something happens or if it doesn't.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All righty. So the next on the agenda is the school permitting fees. So the schools are building their new middle school along with some other re-permitting. Is that it?
Up out a little bit.
They're doing renovations to the existing middle school. They're doing 2 additions to the high school and then the new middle school.
Okay, so the school district has come to us and asked that we waive the permitting fees, which has a price tag of roughly about 35,000 on it. What Dawn and I talked to Tim about, you know, obviously we need we want to recoup at least some of the time spent into it. 35,000 is a big ticket. So kind of what I came up with was, with Tim's help, was the cost of the 3 plan reviews, which was roughly 600. The cost of 15 inspections, that's 5 inspections per building. Comes to about 750 for inspections. And then the additional 2,000 for the tap to the sewer line, which comes to $3,050, I believe. Which I think is however, this is totally, you know, I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on it?
My thoughts are just pretty much at cost. So if you were to do like whatever, like we have, the permits, whatever they cost,
Mhm.
Tim's time, that 3,000 versus 35, $36,000 is definitely, I think, a decent price. I don't want to charge them a whole lot at all. So I think that the cost of the permits, but I do want to also put on there too that if we have to, if there are more inspections later.
Right.
You know, like if something fails or if they have to do something later, I
Mhm.
would like the opportunity for, you know, if we have an extra charge or if Tim has to go in to be able to, you know, put something in there that if there are extra permits,
Yeah.
that, you know, we can add a little extra for his time and then the permit, not something astronomical.
Right. Well, according to our fee total, like any additional inspections that would have to be redone is there's a $30 charge.
Okay, so as long as we
So-
put something like that in there, I don't see any problem with that.
What do you guys? Go.
So I'd like to make a motion to do the permits for the school district at, what was the dollar amount?
$3,050.
$3,050.
Oh, is it? Hold on. Oh, 3350. I'm sorry.
$3,350. With the, I guess, I don't know what you want to put, like a blurb on there or a little.
In the event of
addition
additional.
of any additional permits would be an additional $30.
I'll hold on to that. Oh, can I get a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right. All right, moving on. The next item on the agenda is the ordinance regarding the Quiver River to operate. We need a. Yes, I'm gonna have Rochelle explain this, please.
Okay, so in order for Quiver River to be able to operate and have easements and run lines and things of that nature as they have in the past, we are due for our 20-year update. We sign them every 20 years, and it basically just gives them the right to continue operating and doing work inside the district.
First reading by title only.
That's second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
An ordinance granting for a period of 20 years to Quiver River Electric Cooperative Incorporated, a corporation, its successors, and assigns the right, permission, and authority to construct, reconstruct, excavate for, place, maintain, operate, and use its poles, towers, wires, conduits, and conductors, manholes, underground vaults, main service pipes, and other equipment and appliances in connection therein and along, across, over, and under the streets, roads, alleyways, sidewalks, square bridges, and other public places in the city of Winfield and areas dedicated to the city for public utility use, for the purpose of transmitting, furnishing, and distributing electricity for light, heat, power, and other purposes within and through said city, prescribing the terms and conditions of such grant, imposing certain obligations upon the grantee, its successors, and assigns successively in connection therein, and providing that this ordinance shall not be effected unless and until such grant be approved by the Board of Aldermen of the city.
Can we get a motion for a second reading by title only?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Go for it.
An ordinance granting for a period of 20 years to Quiver River Electric Cooperative Incorporated, a corporation, its successors, and assigns the right, permissions, and authority to construct, reconstruct, excavate, replace, maintain, operate, and use its poles, towers, wires, conduits, conductors, manholes, underground vaults, mains, service pipes, and other equipment and appliance in connection therein and along, across, and over and under the streets, roads, alleys, sidewalks, squares, bridges, and other public places in the city of Winfield and areas dedicated to the city for public utility use, for the purpose of power and other purposes within and through said city, prescribing the terms and conditions of such grant, imposing certain obligations upon the grantee, its successors, and assigns successively in connection therein, and providing that the ordinance shall not be effective unless and until such grant be approved by the Board of Aldermen of the city.
And I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to pass it.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Oh, it's by a roll call.
Yeah, that's right.
Alderman Garver,
Aye.
Alderman Keck,
Aye.
Alderman Rakowski.
Aye.
All right. And the next order of business is the Meridian Waste Removal Annual Increase. I'm going to let Rochelle kind of go over that. Give us some insight on that one.
All right, so according to our contract with Meridian, we have annual increases as passed when we first passed the contract. And those prices, garbage rate will increase from $16.60, will be 48 cents for a total of $16.64 for residential. For senior, it's $15.01 right now. It's being raised 45 cents, so the total for senior would be 1546.
When are we up?
July 2021.
Okay. And when does this take effect with the raise, with the price increases?
February's billing cycle.
February's billing cycle. Okay. Not much we can do about that, I guess. Huh? So do we have to make a motion to approve it for now?
Yes.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve it for now.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need to make a note.
And then our next item is the court computer hardware. You look at your packets, there's a Insight Public Sector invoice or projected price. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna let you explain this because I don't know.
Okay, so what is this?
Okay, so our IT gentleman came in and we were having issues with the court computer and system. Once he looked at it and did some work on it, it is out of date and inadequate for what our court needs, especially going with Show Me Courts, the system we're going to be moving to. And his recommendations are that we go with what he has listed here, which is the Lenovo Think Center.
Yeah.
And then he recommended the HP. And then the printer, he is looking at the HP printer as well.
You said this is compatible with the new court system, yes, court program we're using. So what we have now is not compatible then?
It's outdated. to a
Outdated,
point
okay.
that it, yeah.
Okay. Any discussion on this? I entertain a motion.
And the 3 monitors is what they currently have right now.
It's 2 monitors. The total will actually be $1,248.74.
Okay. Be how much? I'm sorry, 1,200?
$1,248.74.
Okay. There you go. Better with that. Yes, I'll make, I'd like to make a motion to accept this.
Bobby motion.
Oh, we did, so I'll
Mhm.
second.
All those in favor? We do a roll call?
No, it's not. one.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Alrighty. We have nothing on closed session tonight, so I'll. What?
What's this?
Okay. All right, well, this concludes the meeting this evening. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Now, we'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Thanks, guys.